So we have a brand new version of Torah Readers out there, and this one's a big update. It's jam-packed full of new capability. So let's get straight to it and unpack what's new in Torah Readers. Let's start by going to the administration. This is where most of the updates have been made. So the first thing that we've done is add new member. So now we've added the ability to define a password. So this has been a big request from people, that instead of the system automatically defining a password when you set up a member's account, you can now define that password for them, and they'll receive an email with that password, which they don't have to change. This provides for consistency across accounts where maybe you want certain people to all have the same password so that it's easier to help them log in. So that's the first item we did. Something we did last year was this new manage member options. And if you're defined as an administrator, or you have an author role, so an author role allows you to just have access to create parshiot and assign people up for readings. You have the ability to subscribe to all assignment emails. So when somebody signs up for a reading, you can actually get that email. When they cancel a reading, you get that email. So a lot of administrators have asked for that ability. So now an administrator can define that other people can get those assignment emails to their inbox. So let's close that out. I want to go to the settings and have a look at what's changed there. So first of all, you'll see that this is redesigned, nice categorization of the different settings that are available here. So in email reminders and reading assignments, we've added the option for a second email reminder. So in this case, the first email reminder of a reading will go out 8 days before, and the second will go 3 days prior to the reading. If you don't want to have a second email reminder, you just change this to a 0, and in this case you'll only have one reminder that goes out 8 days prior to the reading. In program options and defaults, there's one thing that's changed here: enable tikkun reading recordings playback options. So when you're looking at the tikkun to learn your reading, we have a default recording there, or a cantor can upload their own recording. If you don't want to have any playback options available for the tikkun, you just unclick that option here. So there's also some new options here in the administration area. So I can go to personalize, and this enables me to personalize the site a little bit more. So as you'll notice at the top, we have this Me'or logo, which takes to my development website. Okay, you can define a URL. So in this case, I'm going to use Temple Ramat Zion's logo and website. I'm going to choose a file. So here I'm going to select TRZ. This can be JPEG, PNG, BMP, PNG, whatever. And I'm going to save that logo, and you'll see instantly that this is updated. And at the top here, we have the new logo. No matter where I go in the site, I'm going to see that logo. So if I go to the home page, there's the logo. So this kind of personalized now the site for a specific temple. Okay, so let's move along to really the big one, which is defining the parsha. And I'm going to take you through this step by step. So first of all, we're going to go to define readings, and let's choose randomly some reading here. So maybe I'll take Shoftim, and I'll create a new parsha. I'm just going to click full reading, and this is exactly as it was before. We can split the aliyot, add additional aliyot here, but I'm going to do that later in a different place. Okay, so we have defined our parsha. I'm going to save that Powershell, and that's created. At the same time, while I'm here, I'm going to go across and create one for Rosh Hashanah. So let's create a holiday reading. We'll create that Powershell. There it is. We'll save it, and that's done. I'm now going to go to Powershell Management. So under Powershell Management, I can see now there I've got Shoftim, and down here I've got Rosh Hashanah Day 1. Let's start with Shoftim. I'm going to go into here, and we can see that this is more or less the same as we had it before. Not much changed here, except for the administration options. If I'm an admin or an author, I can see this menu bar up here, which is being grouped to make it much more accessible. I'm going to edit this Powershell. And on face value, this looks much the same as it did before. Not much changed in the interface. What I'm going to do now is add an aliyah. Okay, so I can add one or more. I can keep on adding aliyot here and then save them. I'm going to split Rishon, and just for argument's sake, I'm just going to put in some chapter verses here, make it easy. Okay. Even though it's not the correct ones, and I'm going to save the extra aliyot. Okay, so now you see I have my extra aliyot at the top. This is different. It used to stick it at the bottom. You used to have to scroll down to go and edit it. So one big thing that I've done here is consistency across the board. So when I go to edit the details for the extra aliyah, it looks exactly as for any other aliyah. When I go to assign someone to this aliyah, it looks exactly as it would for any other aliyah. But the big thing here is the ability to place these extra aliyot in the correct order. And for that, as soon as we have extra aliyot in our Powershell, we have this reorder aliyot button, which brings up the current order of my aliyot, and all I need to do is to click and drag down to the position that I want it to be in. So for instance, I've taken my extra aliyot and put it below Rishon. For all intents and purposes, I could take Shlishi and stick it down here after Shishi and save that order. And you already see that this is updated. So split Rishon comes after Rishon. And then we've got Sheni, and we jump over to Revi'i because Shlishi is down here after Shishi. Not something you'd usually want to do, but it's possible. So this is the big thing that we've added, and I'm sure you'll like it. The other thing, as I mentioned before, is with the holidays. So let's go to Powershell Management. We'll come down here to Rosh Hashanah Day 1, and this looks exactly the same as the regular weekly Parshiot. Okay, so once again, I can go and edit this. I can add an aliyah. Let's just call this 1A. Let's add another one, and we'll call this 2A, and we'll make this simple. Once again, we'll add in our chapter verses. Okay, and we'll save those extra aliyot. So there we have them. Once again, the edit details, they're going to be the same. This is exactly the same as I showed you before. Let's reorder those aliyot. We'll stick this one down after Sheni, and this one after Rishon. We've got our updated order, and we can close that. So we can come here, edit the details, just put in a note there, and close that. So so this is consistent. Let me go back to Powershell Management, and we'll publish that and publish that so we can go see it. So now as a user, this is what I see. Now you'll notice another thing that we added here, that if an administrator signs somebody up, then that the name of the administrator who signed them up will appear here under their name. And just like that, I can claim a reading and so on. The printing report. So now we've added additional headings into to edit the printing headers up here, all of this. And we have consistency across the board. We have the notes, we have additional notes, page numbers, everything's there. Okay, and the same goes for holidays. So holidays are going to look exactly the same. If I go to the reading report for holidays, we have edit the print headings there, and we have notes and additional comments just as we would have for a regular Shabbat. So provide this streamlined, consistent interface across the board. There is a lot of additional updates that have happened behind the scenes. For instance, the mail system has been updated now. We're sending out and getting confirmation on about 98% of all emails that go out actually arrive at their destination. Always check that it doesn't go into your junk email. That still happens. Apart from that, you'll notice here and there a few usability options have been updated. And as usual, we're continuing to make this more usable, easily accessed and easily customized for your own personal requirements. And with that, I want to thank you for using Torah Readers. Your membership is greatly appreciated. Thank you.